Hi, good morning. It's now day 6 of my West Highland Way walk, and that is the 11th of May. The time is now just coming up to just gone quarter to 7 in the morning. Come up and you can see up top there's a nice bit of low cloud. I'll spin you around. It's not looking as nice as it was yesterday, but still I don't think it's going to rain. What I was just going to show you is I've almost packed up now. I've got rucksack down there. Ooh, where is it? There it is. With most of the stuff in. I haven't got the tent in there yet. I was going to show you. That's if I can do this with one hand. I was going to try and show you where what it's like on the top here. I've got a lot of. This is all on the inside. This is all must be condensation from the inside. It's not as bad as it was the night before because I left the door open. The fly screen was obviously shut, but it's not as bad as it was yesterday. But it is still a little bit, of condensation in there. That's why I always like to bring one of these. It's only a little handy sort of towel thing. It's one of those things you get from Go Outdoors for about £1.50 by the tills. I always like to use one of those just to mop it off a bit, and you can, with the little hook, it is handy. You can just hang it onto your back of the rucksack as you're walking, and when it does clear off a bit, it'll probably dry off in no time. This morning I'm heading towards King's House. I think I'm only about 4 miles from King's House, and I think that I think it's the way in. I don't know if it's part of King's House or if it's just like next door or something. And the way in, apparently they open at 7. That's the research I did before I left. They open at 7 o'clock, probably for breakfast for people who camp around there. So, like I said, well, it's now 10 to 7. By the time I get there, it'll be well open. It'll probably be, what time it will be then? Well, probably getting on 8 o'clock. So, if it's not open for any reason, it doesn't matter. I've still got some oak bars and that. And then I've got the Devil's Staircase to tackle and on to Kinlochleven. Right, well, let's pack this tent up and see how I go. Right, there we go, all packed up. It's only been about 10 minutes since the last bit of recording. And that's where the tent was. Have another little look around. This is all but behind where my tent was. And just down down here there's a stream. That probably added as well to the moisture in the tent, I would imagine. Looking out over Rannoch Moor. But I also like to show you that because I was being a bit hasty packing my tent up, I took the poles out, the pegs out of the ground. I was just giving the whole tent a shake just to get it straight in the floor, and I managed to pull a little toggle off it. I haven't actually found where it came from, but it looks very much like the sort of toggle that connects the inner fly screen to the outer fly sheet. It looks like that sort of toggle, but it looks quite a clean break. It just looks like the stitching's pulled out, which hopefully that's all it is, because then it gets to be stitched back on. I don't think I've ripped the tent or anything like that. But I wasn't going to worry about where it came from, because it's not a major thing. No doubt when I get to Kinlochleven, I shall to the campsite there. I shall find out where it is, where it came from. There's nothing I can do about it now. All right, one last look and let's trudge on. I haven't seen anybody walk by because the path goes there, and you can just see a little bridge down there. That's where the path goes, and all the way up there. I haven't seen anybody walk by today yet. Last night I could see people walking along until about 6:30, something like that, and then I didn't see anybody until about 7:15. I saw a couple going the opposite way heading south, but that was it for last night. Right, let's get going. Right, time's just gone 8 o'clock. I think the King's House is just down, where am I? Just down there behind those trees. And I can see a very faint path. I can't even point to it here. Wherever's my finger? I think path going up the other side. I think that might be where I'm going, I'm not sure. I've just come to the ski lifts. Looks like the ski lifts going up the side of the hill there. It's still quite a cloudy day. Spin around. When I broke camp today, this morning, it was quite chilly. My hands were cold, feet were cold, ears were cold. But I don't know wherever I read it somewhere or saw it on TV, but they said that whenever you start walking on a cold day, you should always start with one layer less of clothing than you would want to have. And it's certainly right there, because all I've got on again is my base layer and my micro fleece. And from Bar Cottage Ruin, where I camped, first thing you've got to do is go up a long hill. It's not very steep, but it's just long. And within 5-10 minutes I was up to temperature, no problem. And I'm glad now I haven't got a coat on. If I had put anything else on, I would have only had to take it off again. So right, let's get down to King's House Hotel and see if they do this breakfast thing I saw on the internet. And I've just seen here the Glencoe Mountain Resort, their cafe opens at 9 AM. Well, it's just gone at 8, so I'm a bit early for that. So to anybody else who might be passing the resort here at this time of the morning, if it's at 9 o'clock, it might have been worth actually staying in the tent an extra hour, and if I can get up to there, then it was, you know. But anyway, I'm going to carry on down there to the King's House and see what they've got. If it is shut, I might contemplate coming back here, I don't know, see what the time is. Right, I've walked down from the ski centre over the main road down to the King's House Hotel. You pass a couple of little houses down there, and then you come across a newly built public toilets and public shower. Toilets are free. You've got to pay, I think it's £1 for the shower. I didn't even know that was here. Then just after there, on the right, I think they've got, I don't know if it's I don't know what the new building there is, but there's also a bar cafe there as well. That's where I just stopped and had a bacon roll. The actual big white building down here, the King's House Hotel, that's completely shut. So I didn't realise it was all shut, but it is completely shut. And the bar cafe thing that's next to it, if it wasn't for this handwritten sign outside saying bar cafe, I would have walked straight past that. In fact, the first when I came down here to begin with, I walked right the way around the King's House Hotel looking for the way in. But anyway, it doesn't matter. The weather's clearing up a bit now. Still cloudy in the sky, but it's starting to break up a bit. It looks like it's going to be another nice day. Hopefully not as hot as it has been. Let's see, I've got the Devil's Staircase coming up. That should be fun. Right, I've just come along the track now from the King's House. I'm now at the bottom of the Devil's Staircase, I believe. I'm right down by the road, which is right here behind me. So hopefully we'll be leaving that behind now and heading up. I've already taken my micro fleece off because it's starting to sweat already, and I'm not even started going up yet. So we shall see what it's like. I'll try and do a bit of filming on the way up. Right, I'm at the top of the Devil's Staircase. I came up, I can't quite see, back there. The first 2/3 of it is not too bad at all. It's a bit of a slog, long slog, but it's not too steep at all. The last third does get steeper. The switchbacks get narrower, and it does get a bit more. Does get a little steeper. But I think it was probably named in the middle of winter because I started at the bottom and it must have been about 10 and it's now 10:27. So 10:47. So It doesn't take too long to get up here. No, it's not too bad now. Oh, spin around too quick. Now I'm going down that way. Film you later. Right, since leaving the top of the Devil's Staircase, it's been down, 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 and with a little bit of up, then a bit more down, 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 a little bit of up, then down, down, down. And now I'm on this track, which I think goes the way I've come from, is the back up where the reservoir is. So I can see down there the pipes. So I know I'm getting close to where I'm going. Oh, but there's a few clouds in the sky, but it is another hot day and hardly any wind again. Up the top of the Devil's Staircase was a little bit windy, but other than that, as soon as you get off the top there and you start dropping down, the breeze just goes and it gets hot. There's more pipe there, look. I'll see what's around this corner, but I'm guessing it's more down. Right, I'll do a bit more filming in a minute. Looks like one of those pipes has just sprung a leak. I wonder if I can zoom in. Oh well, I'm sure they know about it. Right, back down the trail then, more going down. And this is it, entering Kinlochleven. I've just come all the way down, just back there's a bridge, turn left over the bridge, and that brings you into the town, or village, or whatever it is. Here we are. Now I've got to walk through the village to get to my campsite. This is the end of the day. I'm at the what's it called, McDonald campsite hotel, whatever it's called. I just had a pint and I've just put my tent up. There it is, and I've just discovered that toggle that I broke off this morning. I've just discovered where it came from. I shall now show you if I can get my angle right. This would be so much easier if I was doing it the other way around. Right, there's the toggle. That's where it goes on, attaches onto the toggle. If you look back here, that's where it snapped off. There, but it's only the stitches. There's nothing. There's no hole or anything. So it needs to be restitched onto there, and that's where the toggle goes onto. So it just holds this bit of the ground sheet out. Not the end of the world, not to worry. Campground here is a bit small. It's completely empty now except for myself. They've got these camping pods here as well. Garden sheds basically. And the hotel is just back over the bridge, little pedestrian bridge. And that's where I am for the night. Like I said this morning, I had a bit of condensation on the tent, so it's, wow, 10 minutes it's probably going to be dry. So I'm going to go and have a shower. Time is now 10 to 2, so again I've got here too early. I keep doing this. Yeah, after because I'm in what's it, Kinlochleven at the moment. When I get back to Fort William, after I finish this West Highland Way walk, when I get back home, I'll probably do another follow-up video of the gear I took and that I didn't use, and you know, all that sort of stuff. And I'm also going to probably review the miles I did in each day, because I think I've vastly, well, not vastly, but I think I've underestimated my ability to of how far I can walk in a day. Yeah, because like I say, I've already sat at the bar and had a pint, so I must have got here like 1:30. There's still plenty of light in the day. I could probably make it back to Fort William today. Not to worry. Have a shower. By that time the tent will be dried out. Set it all up. Get myself something to eat. See what they serve in the bar. Well, I'll probably wait now. 5, 6 o'clock. Have something to eat in the bar and get ready for tomorrow.